I'm Gojiro, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of what a Batman was in Dragon Ball. Now, as I explained in the previous part, both Batman and Goku were able to escape to Yardra so they can learn the new techniques they will be able to get there. When both Batman and Goku do wake up, Batman is actually the first one to wake up and eventually learn about the Adrenians. Of course, Batman is intrigued by their techniques and eventually decides to learn all of them in a couple of the year. Of course, Goku decides to focus on his transmission, but Batman focuses solely on every technique possible, since Batman is has the potential to access any type of technique if he trains hard enough. And yeah, Batman will easily able to practically become the spirit control and eventually fully master it to a full degree, due to his battle intelligence and his intellect itself. With this, of course, Batman can already increase his Kaioken times 50 with no strain to his body thanks to this. Batman is also able to create constants of himself and many other things, which will practically help him continue to increase his potential more. Of course, Batman does know that with these techniques, he'll be much more handful to defeat much more opponents if he has to, and with the healing ability, he can practically heal Goku and get him Zenkais. Now, both Goku and Batman would have been sparring through the time, not only just learning the techniques, but also sparring with one another. By the time both Batman and Goku have become a lot stronger, Batman with mastery or speed control alongside training with Goku would have able to achieve Kaioken times 80 by the end of this 1 year, while Goku able to grasp on grade 2 and 3 of Super Saiyan. He has not achieved grade 4 yet, but he's close to achieving that level just yet because of Batman. Of course, they do get a message from Darmos, and actually Batman actually asks them to do a wish if Goku has a heart virus or not, since Batman wants to check just in case. Of course, the Zephyrs decide to do that, and eventually they check on Goku. Of course, Batman can actually sense that Goku's ki is slightly dropping. Even though it's not increasing as fast as it should be, it's decreasing slightly. It's not that noticeable, but Batman was able to pick it up due to his spirit control mastery. So yeah. Eventually, of course, they were able to practically heal Goku from his heart virus. Eventually, both Batman and Goku do ride back on Earth, and eventually defeat Frieza and King Cole like in the original. But of course, a fighter appears, that being future Gohan, alongside a boy with black hair with similar appearance to Bruce himself. Of course, they were confused as Gohan introduced himself as future Gohan, and the person with the black hair, or the boy, introduced himself as Damian Wayne, the son of Bruce Wayne from the future. Of course, both Batman and Goku will be shocked to see actually their future sons. Batman does not have a son just yet, but he will have in the future. Of course, Damian explains that he practically married a girl named Launch, which she has two personalities, one where she is tough and one where she is soft. Practically, Batman met her at least a couple of years before the androids attacked and when you got the heart virus, but it seems that they were able to practically wish that way. Of course, in that timeline of both Damian and Gohan, of Future Gohan, would have been a dark era when Batman and Goku would have still trained, but unlike the original, Batman wouldn't, like this in the story, Batman wouldn't actually not have sense that Goku's ki is dropping decreasingly, so he most likely would have not known his heart virus. Of course, Batman will try to create a cure and it was able to succeed, but it will be kind of too late because the heart virus will increase too much. Of course, he was able to stabilize Goku, and Goku cannot actually fight for at least 2 years, which is pretty doubtful. But everyone does continue to slightly train. Batman tries to go on so he can achieve Super Saiyan, so he can be as strong as his father, and eventually maybe even take on his mantle as Batman. But eventually, of course, Batman does get with Launch, and eventually they have Damian. Damian does not possess a separate personality that his mother has, but instead he's actually much more calmer and collective, and actually has a bit of, he's actually incredibly has much more potential than his father. Of course, Damian is incredibly knowledgeable thanks to his father, and is much stronger as well. He was able to learn Kaioken thanks to Batman, and eventually, with training more, he was able to achieve Kaioken times 20 and train with Gohan. Both Gohan and Damian are strong base to base, but Gohan has Super Saiyan, which is stronger than Damian. Of course, eventually, when that time comes, the androids arrive, but these androids are much stronger than before, with another extra android known as Failsafe, practically a robotic variation of Batman. Dojo practically decided to make the perfect counter for Batman himself included, which practically made a perfect copy of Batman himself by using his technology. Of course, Dojo would have known that Batman is Bruce Wayne, so he would steal some of his technology and of course his of course contingency plans so he can make failsafe. Of course, with Batman seeing failsafe, he'll be in shock since he thought that only this in his world. Of course, Batman did create failsafe in his universe, but it was not fully completed just yet. But this one is completed. Batman decides to show off all his power he has. He uses one of his armors to increase his power, and eventually uses Kaioken on top of that. Batman, by the time of the 3 years, has already able to fully master Kaioken times 100. And is also able to also taught Piccolo Kaioken. Piccolo can already increase Kaioken times 80 and be almost as strong as Bruce in Kaioken times 100. Both of them will try to take on Failsafe, but because of Android 17 and 18 being there, they're not able to do that. Batman will start to actually pick up that Failsafe can actually counter all his movements and even counter all his battle style. Of course, Batman tries to figure out a way before he can. Almost all the Z-Fighters are completely killed. Batman, being heartbroken by seeing his friends die, would have tried to fight Failsafe in 17 and 18. But he would tell his son and go on to escape as quick as they can, so he can protect the new generation of fighters. Batman would have decided to cost himself his life so he can protect them, as Batman used the final explosion, a technique he was able to actually learn a long time ago, but he knew that technique would be pretty deadly because it probably uses all the ki that the user has to avoid that they die. So that's why Batman saved all his ki for this. With the boost of his armor, he was able to damage Failsafe just enough. Failsafe was damaged and almost completely broken, while 17 and 18 was slightly on scratch. But they were able to fix Failsafe, due to Failsafe able to have a little bit of ki control, alongside being made of nanomits, which can regenerate, but it will take some time. Eventually, Failsafe was able to fully rebuild himself and became even stronger, due to his durability increased by Batman's final explosion. Of course, both Gohan and Damian would have continue to train so he can increase their power. Both Gohan and Damian are treating the same nose as their father. With Gohan able to master Super Saiyan afterwards, but even with mastering Super Saiyan, it was still not enough to even keep up with Failsafe, since his power of adapting to his fighting style was still fast, even for both of them to counter. And eventually, this is the final explanation that they both would have explained to both Batman and Goku. With Batman being in shock, is he decides to actually take this plan, seeing that he needs to shut down the Failsafe program in this world, but he knows that since he is not there and the program is not finished yet, that means that he is safe, at least that is yet. Damian wishes good luck to his father, with of course Batman nodding as he wishes his son good luck. As eventually the Future Warriors part ways, both Batman, Goku, and the rest of the Z-Fighters continue to train and increase their power. Batman decides to keep their training much more secret, goes to his Batcave, which he was able to actually make it a lot bigger so everyone can practically train in there. Batman also used the Dragon Balls to wish for practically elements that can be as hard as the strongest thing on Earth, or in a planet or universe. Of course, Shinron was able to grant Batman's wish due to kind of able to upgrade them alongside Dende being a new Guardian. If you guys are wondering, Batman will decide to make Dende the new Guardian. His comic getting pretty old, so that's why he'll make him the new Guardian. Also, I kind of teach all the knowledge of the Guardian to Dende. With this, of course, they will be much more experienced and Dragon Ball became more powerful. And due to the 3 wishes being added, Batman will wish from the material to be as strong as the strongest thing on Earth, or in a planet or universe. Of course, Shinron is able to grant the wish with ease, and eventually, Batman does get Kaioken, which is probably one of the strongest metals to ever exist. So yeah, but of course Bruce actually would decide to make something different. So basically Bruce would ask the Kaioken to become even stronger than ever before, and asked Shinron how much he can multiply the hardness and power of the Kaioken. Shinron explains that he can multiply as much as he can, but you have to use the other 2 wishes. Batman has to agree to a cause, as Shinron was able to upgrade the Kaioken to be much more harder by at least 1,000 times, which is just enough for Batman. Batman uses the metal and eventually creates his comic counterpart of his Hellbat suit, which he still calls it the Hellbat since it's practically made to practically scale to be even stronger. With this, Batman's ki is actually increased by his armor, since the armor practically can absorb ki and practically counter it and even tank it. With this, of course, the armor known as the Hellbat in this universe does not possess the same drawback that the original armor had. Instead, it practically drains the ki's user, and eventually when the user doesn't have any ki, the armor will practically shut down and then return back to its normal stage. Also, Bruce was able to make it so it's like made of nanomits, so it more like can contract itself. So practically it's kind of like a liquid metal which Batman can control through his ki control and mind. So yeah, eventually it will get Inkaro stronger. Of course, Batman will decide to actually help with Vegeta and Goku's training, and eventually he was able to build the gravity room, which can increase the gravity at least 1,000,000 times, which is just enough for both Goku and Vegeta to increase their power. Gohan also would have been training with them, as Gohan was able to achieve grade 2 of Super Saiyan by the time of the 3 years time skip, and Piccolo became even stronger, able to achieve Kaioken times 150, and Bogoku and Vegeta were able to master Super Saiyan as well, while Batman was able to achieve Kaioken times 200. With this, of course, Batman thinks that maybe they're just enough powerful so he can defeat those threats. Of course, Jiro and 19, of course, to appear, but of course, they're easily able to be dispatched by Z-Virus being very strong, and due to Bruce's intelligence. Of course, Dojiro still escapes, but Bruce is able to pursue them, but eventually, Dojiro activates Failsafe 17 and 18 as well. With, of course, both 17 and 18 turning on against the Doctor, while Failsafe just follows them as well. Of course, Failsafe still has a program of killing both Goku and Batman like 16. So yeah, eventually both of them would rush against both. Failsafe would rush against Batman, with Batman able to counter Failsafe. This Failsafe is incredibly stronger, but because of Batman's training, he's almost as strong as Failsafe and not even slightly stronger. The battle will be incredibly rageous as Goku and Vegeta able to counter both 17 and 18. They're almost equal to them, but they know they don't have enough stamina or power to overpower them. Eventually, of course, Future Cell will still appear, be for another variation of this timeline. So yeah, well, of course, with this cell actually having the intelligence of Bruce Wayne, so that is practically a big deal. Also, if you guys are wondering, yes, Batman did make the launch and eventually decided to marry her. So yeah, in previous time skip. So yeah. Eventually, when Cell does arrive, he absorbs the androids, and eventually he absorbs Failsafe as well, which surprises all of them. Eventually, Cell becomes Solar Cell, or you could say Dark Cell, with a combination between Failsafe's adaptation to any type of fighting style and the power that he's able to gain through the androids being incredibly powerful. Cell became incredibly powerful and perfect in his own words. Cell decides to actually let the fighters train for at least 10 days, since he wants to see how powerful they will become. Batman, of course, thinks that Cell is cocky, but he can sense through his spirit control that Cell is incredibly powerful, so they must train to overpower him. Batman decides to agree to the deal, with Goku and Vegeta following suit behind. Eventually, they arrive on a lookout, with almost all the Z-Fighters looking kind of defeated, since they know they cannot grow any stronger. But Batman, being one of the most powerful humans, almost like one of the humans who has the most potential, decides to train with the Saiyans, since he knows that mostly he's also equivalent to them, even Piccolo himself as well. So Batman decides to train with them, and he was able to practically upgrade a little bit of his Hellbat suit. Eventually, he would have training with all of the Saiyans. We both eventually train with one another and eventually increase their power a lot. By the time, they will increase their power immensely while training in the Time Chamber. But Goku and Vegeta were able to fully master Super Saiyan 2 and achieve it as well, while Gohan would do the same. While Batman would try to focus on increasing the Kaioken level with the things of Piccolo. Piccolo was able to increase his Kaioken level to times 350, while Batman, due to his spirit control mastery, he's able to increase the Kaioken level to times 400, be at least 50 times higher than Piccolo because of his much more better use of the Kaioken itself. Eventually, Batman is able to get much more better at holding that Kaioken, and with his Hellbat suit increases durability, he can increase the level of Kaioken times 500 if he wants to, but it will still drain his stamina and it will strain his body. With, of course, anyone finishing off their training, they're now prepared to face off against Cell. But guys, I'm ending. This will be kind of the end part, the end line of this part. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys next time on What If Batman Was in Dragon Ball.